real estate sector is an ever-ticking clock, so dynamic and volatile that the past doesn't always reflect the present. Today, we can confidently say this is a buyer's market, and now more than ever. If you're looking to get onto the property ladder or invest in this sector, you're spoiled for choice. Welcome to the Property Show. Today, I'll take you on a journey along Kiambu Road, Kikuyu Town, Waiyaki Way, and the growing Kitengela Town to explore deals you can grab instantly. On the Accessory Spot, we share the little things that could give that spin-around effect to transform your space. On the home ownership front, we are humbled to listen to a story of a spectator-turned homeowner from our signature bus tour.
The bus tour, for me, it was actually an insight from the property show. So what I did, I had already picked on some locations that I was interested in.
As well as the ABCs of buying property off-plan.
My house, there was a little bit of the changes, and they did it very well the way I wanted them.
Sit back and enjoy. We have lined up so much, from updates on what's brewing in the sector to thought-provoking expert insights.
But the truth of the matter is that there are technologies the world over, and even locally, they can cut down on the time it takes you to put up a project. It can cut down on cost for you.
Let's stay connected on our social media handles. As always, there is something for everyone. When it comes to real estate, the three most important factors are location, location, location. Today, we explore 4 developments with one common factor: great location. We start our journey on Kiambu Road, a popular area among young professionals, in close proximity to the CBD, surrounded by beautiful sceneries. The neighborhood is a designated blue zone area, making it ideal for investors looking to tap into the expatriate community. In this sought-after neighborhood is a 3-bedroom apartment complex with beautiful detailed finishes and top-notch security, Redrose Gardens.
Redrose Gardens, a modern apartment complex located in Thidigwa along Kiambu Road, adjacent to Quick Mart Supermarket, 100 meters from the main road. The development consists of 43 3-bedroom apartments plus a DSQ with a plinth area of 154 square meters. Accommodation features include a spacious living room area with wide sliding windows that leads to the balcony area, large windows letting in natural light, separate dining area, a common cloakroom for the guests, modern kitchen with granite countertops, top and bottom cabinets for storage in the kitchen, wood floors and tile finishing making the interior aesthetics more appealing, spacious bedrooms with closets for storage. Other amenities shall include installed solar panels for water heating, in-house gym plus a social hall, perimeter wall with electric fencing and CCTV cameras for security, connection to the Nairobi water mains water supply, an underground 60,000 litres water reservoir tank, plus extra 1,000 litre water tanks for each unit. A total of 90 parking spots, providing 2 per unit and extra ones for guests. Power backup generator for the common areas. This project is expected to be completed by December 2019.
The second leg of our journey takes us to Kikuyu, a town with a rich historical background. Kikuyu is in close proximity to the Nairobi city center and enjoys all the amenities for modern living. Here we catch up with a seasoned developer providing high-quality affordable homes in exclusive communities. These projects are sold off-plan. Let's hear what you can grab here.
Waiyaki Ridge, 64 units sitting on 1.5 acres. We'll have a good space like for play areas, about almost half an acre just earmarked for play areas. So the 64 units, we have two different units, one price at starting price of 7.5 million Kenya shillings, and we are looking at maybe now replicating the success we've had in other projects. Off-plan purchase is actually modeled around that. It allows input of the buyer, but rule of thumb is customizations are allowed so long as they do not interfere with the structural integrity of the building and you're not altering the overall design. But any minor customizations, interior, like maybe some people prefer an open plan kitchen, others want it enclosed. So those minor adjustments within the house are allowed. Finishes, that is also allowed. We allow the customer discretion, to customize their own interior finishes and fittings. Relax Holdings is a to-go-to company, both for home ownership and investment purchase. Come see our products, and we also have flexible purchase plans to accommodate everybody. We have something for everybody. So Relax is here to solve not only the housing needs of the individuals, but also the housing needs of the nation now and into the future.
Waiyaki Ridge is a prime development consisting of 64 three-bedroom duplexes. The development is nestled in a quiet, serene neighborhood 3 kilometers off the southern bypass in Kikuyu. Accommodation features include spacious lounge with large windows that let in natural light, breakfast area with a balcony, spacious open-plan kitchen area located on the ground floor, master bedroom ensuite with balcony, 2 bedrooms sharing a common washroom, pantry area that acts as an extra storage space, doby area with an extra space for washing machine, and external gas storage.
Heading to our third destination along Waiyaki Way, this fast-growing neighborhood is home to major corporate hubs, increasing demand for staff accommodation, making this neighborhood an investor's haven. Waiyaki Ridge, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments, comes with spacious living areas and the convenience of everything urban. Here is more.
Located along Waiyaki Way, Waiyaki Ridge Gardens are 2 and 3 bedroom apartments 200 meters off Waiyaki Way. The apartments feature large open-plan living area, spacious well-fitted kitchen, and ensuite master bedroom. The amenities include 6 high-speed lifts, backup generators, playground, razor wire or electric fence, 24/7 CCTV surveillance, and borehole. The apartments are in close proximity to Kianda School and Nairobi School. The development has easy access to Westlands with amenities such as the mall, Westgate Mall and Sarit Center.
Our final stop on this journey on investments you can grab instantly takes us to Kitengela Terraces, an exquisite 2-bedroom apartment complex in a gated community away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Let's have a look.
Sejal and myself, first of all, we are friends. We've known each other since high school. We are both business people. We're entrepreneurs. Between us, we have over 30 years of experience. And we wanted to do something more than what we were doing. So we challenged ourselves and we said, why don't we go into property development? And the result is Kitengela Terraces.
Kitengela Terraces is a development designed ideally for exclusive and comfortable living and comprises of 40 exquisite 2-bedroom apartments set amidst tranquil environment in Milimani area, Kitengela, with the access road right opposite the Nairobi Women's Hospital. Accommodation includes lounge with balcony, large windows bringing natural light, dining area, open-plan kitchen with granite worktops, Dobie area, state-of-the-art finishes with attention to detail, visitors' cloakroom, and master bedroom ensuite. Salient features include perimeter wall with electric fencing and a guardhouse, ample parking space and adequate visitors' parking, cabro paved walkways, solar water heating, and borehole.
Accessorizing your space to the T is a long process, and it takes a keen eye to identify the little things that make a huge difference. Next, my visit to the newest home accessories outlet, I picked a few things that gives a wow effect. Let's have a look.
One of the easiest ways to begin decorating your interiors is injecting little ideas to keep the room warm and inviting. Some of the pieces that could spruce up our spaces at Douglas & Klein include sofa throws. They add color and texture that instantly updates the look of the chair, giving a whole new feeling to a room. With sofa throws, you can always spice up your interiors with colors and different textures without the need to make any permanent changes. Area rugs. They have a unique way of bringing all elements of a room together, pulling the variety of colors used in your interiors. An accent chair can be a great addition to your decor collection, complementing the pieces already in place and adding color, definition, and drama to an interior space. Always choose a chair with flair. It can be a different style from the rest of the furniture for even greater contrast. Mixing two very different styles creates amazing results. Mirrors. Apart from being a practical object in the home, a mirror is a decorator's secret weapon that can be used to amplify light, add drama, create interesting reflection, and frame views. Addition of a mirror can transform your space, resolving any interior dilemma in an instant. Wallpaper. Wallpaper This is a great way to infuse color and warmth to the house without the need for a decor overhaul. This is not a temporary practice, which makes it better if you are looking to decorate a temporary space. Wallpaper comes in different textures, patterns, sizes, and colors, making the options limitless when you consider using them in a space. Candle holders can also add that spice to the house. They come in different shapes and can be a great statement piece. Always look out for unique pieces that also reflect on your personality. Vintage lamps can also be a statement piece in the house. However, position the lamp in a strategic position and in the right height depending which rooms you are placing the lamp in. Select the right shade of light.
Those are the little things that can transform your space. Let's now get some insights from my friend Nancy, who has followed the property show journey on her take on opportunities for people returning from the diaspora. Having lived in America for so long, Nancy, and of course I've visited you in America and I've seen your beautiful home in America. Tell us about the home ownership journey in America and how you see it translating in Kenya.
Okay. I found home ownership to be very easy, seamless in the States. It's very easy to get a loan from the bank. As long as you've held down a job for 2 consecutive years, almost any bank is ready to give you a mortgage. So that's one of the things that I find that here it's very difficult to do. You have to show that you've been working for a very long time, or you have to show that you have saved a lot in your account. Whereas in the States, it was really very simple. And also the mortgage rates are very low. So it actually makes sense in America. I was living in Dallas, and it made more sense to buy a home than to rent a home, because what I was spending on rent was almost equivalent to what I would spend on a mortgage. So at the end of the day, you end up with something that is your own. And that's where I think we need to look as the industry, government, banks need to work together to help Kenyans really get to a place where most Kenyans can say, I own my own property.
How has your journey been resettling back to Kenya?
It's been challenging, but in terms of home ownership, yeah, I'm still struggling with that piece. I've bought land, and I think I'll eventually just build my own home. But it is very costly here to buy a home and to really feel that it's value for money. I think that's the piece that I really struggle with. Is it value for money?
Let me tell our viewers, Nancy is a very good friend of mine for many, many years, and you've been with me through this journey. What's your take on the property show today?
I love it. I love it. I think it's a show that really helps people understand the market. It's what I would call a one-stop shop, whether they want to know about buying land, building, or purchasing a home that is already built for them. So it's a great, I think we've been waiting for this kind of a show for a long time. I didn't even see this kind of a show in the States when I was living in the States. So I think you're doing a fabulous job.
And you're not just telling me that because you're my friend.
I'm not just saying it. You're doing a fabulous job, and I think the market was really ready for that.
Thank you, Nancy, and we wish you actually the best.
Thank you.
I think your shop is different, especially wherever I am, whatever my budget, you can give me a solution for my home.
Yes.
That I think is very important. Starting with a mood board, just helping me, even just painting my walls, you know, before I go to the next step. And I find a lot of people in Kenya go to a shop and buy everything. What would you say about buying all the furniture for the house within a day?
Well, I mean, it depends on people's styles, but personally, I feel that a space has more character when you've really thought about it. And I don't believe that everything should match, you know. If I have one piece of furniture that's leather, it doesn't mean that everything else has to be leather. So I've always been the kind of person, I guess my style is more eclectic. I want to mix old and new. I want to mix different colors, different fabrics, and I want to mix things from all over the world. That's what makes it more interesting, and that's what really gives space character.
And I don't need an appointment to come into the shop.
No.
I only need an appointment if I need the services for a mood board.
Yes.
And your concierge services.
Our concierge services are by appointment only, but please walk in. Anybody can walk in anytime. We're open from 10 in the morning to 6 in the evening, every day except for Sunday. We're in the Lavington Shopping Complex, not in Lavington Mall itself, the big tall building, but in the complex and just above the Barclays Bank and Aloha Food Supplies.
If you have exciting ideas and products to transform a space, just give us a call and we'll be happy to feature the products on this platform. Still to come, updates on what's brewing in the sector. Tale of a spectator who found her dream home on our signature bus tour. We'll be right back after the break. Keep it Property Show.
Quality housing is a need that every Kenyan has. Banda Homes takes pride in providing affordable, functional, and modern housing in line with the government's Big Four agenda. Banda Homes develops not just houses, but homes, and provides our clients with the safety, security, and lifestyle that comes with home ownership in a gated community. All of our projects are developed with our clients' needs in mind, therefore ensuring that every individual is catered for. Our housing estates from inception to delivery take between 12 and 15 months. Oak Park Estate, which was our flagship project, is in the final stages of construction and will be handed over to the respective homeowners in March 2019. All of our housing projects such as Pinewood, Rosewood, to name just but a few, are in varying stages of development. Karibu homeowner. Karibu Banda Homes. Banda builds, Banda delivers. And clearly, off-plan ni true.
We are back. You're watching The Property Show. Next, a conversation on emerging trends and how the dynamics are shaping the sector from an architect's perspective.
In the real estate sector, I've had the privilege of working for some fantastic clients. I practice as an architect and I am the designer of perhaps a project hopefully the viewers know, which is the KU, Postmodern Library. For me, that was a major highlight in terms of my career path. A large-scale project, a project that introduced a roof that has not really been used in this market before, what's called a hyperbolic parabola roof. Besides that, also, I'm very proud of the fact that I've served in AAK for 6 years. That is within the real estate sector, because we represent architects, quantity surveyors, planners, landscape architects, and of course, in addition, women in real estate, being part of a network like that of women who are crucial in the real estate sector. We have seen what has happened in the last few years, where you actually have buildings come down and where there is actual loss of life. I'm passionate about speaking about us as Kenyans valuing every single Kenyan life, because anytime we take shortcuts in various things, not just the built environment, but in various things, the impact can be much greater than a mishap. It can be a human life, a Kenyan life. And that value is very important for me as a built environment professional. So where I would advise the general public is that start smart, engage somebody, consult someone to make the best decisions in terms of where to put your structure, what foundations you require for that specific structure, what approvals you require. Go through the approval processes. I know that construction permitting processes can be frustrating sometimes for developers, for individuals, but it's a requirement, it's a process that you must go through it in the proper manner, ensure that the building that you're putting up is fit for human habitation, and that's where consultants come in. They can give you the appropriate advice to make the best decisions. So start smart if you're building a project. I have been part of the AAK leadership for the past 6 years. I am fundamentally very passionate about the association. I believe in AAK. I believe in the things that we are trying to achieve for members. And I believe that the built environment professionals, that our strength comes in our ability to work together, in collaborating, in working together, and speaking in one voice. What I would like to do within AAK in terms of a focus of matters to address, there are 3 main things I would like to address and to focus on, and all of them are completely member-centered issues. The first one is local content and capacity building. One of the frustrations our members have been feeling is that in the last few years it's difficult for us to get jobs. Some of it has to do with the economy, but some of it also has to do with foreign companies who come into the country to do work. Again, the perception is that we don't have the capacity here to undertake that work. But are we actually addressing that issue, or just saying that we just don't have the capacity, so we give other people work? So as AAK, in the next few years, I would like to focus on local content, ensuring that we build our practices. I don't think you can speak about practice without going back to education and research. So I'd like to focus on educating members about changing technology through CPDs, and also getting this technology to be more readily available to them, and also at discounted costs. I would like to focus in the education sector in working with our education stakeholders to ensure any concerns that they have in the universities are addressed in partnership with the association. I would like to address research. Currently, built environment professionals don't really document their projects and their papers as well as they should, and AAK can really assist with that, where we become a publishing center for anything in the built environment, whether it's private, public, or academia. And what that will help our members in is that if a developer, for example, is looking for a particular expertise, they come to us, to our research center, find the information, and based on that, they also find the professional who is the expert in that field. So it's a complete 360 in terms of benefits for members and people in the public environment looking to develop. Lastly, mentorship. So mentorship is something that I'm very passionate about. So mentorship is a key factor in terms of where I would like AK to go. An intentional and structured mentorship program. We have the privilege of having members at all levels, in all chapters. We can actually intentionally connect people who require a mentor to a mentee and a mentee to a mentor. In addition, we live in a global village. Why are we not looking at mentoring globally? Or looking at having some of our student architects or graduate architects, connecting them in pupilages like law firms do to countries outside of, to firms outside of the country. So I'd like to look at mentorship in the global village. What makes me the ideal candidate for the president of AAK? I would specifically say that I am passionate about the association. I am a practitioner. I practice. I have always practiced. So I understand the issues of professionals in the built environment. I live them on a day-to-day basis. I have lived them for a while, so I can actually address those concerns because I also go through them. Additionally, I am completely an action-oriented sort of leader, and I believe in positivity and collaborating as a team. So in terms of value to AAK, I'm focused, I'm passionate, I understand the issues of members, and I'm a collaborative leader. So that is why I would make a good president for the Architectural Association of Kenya.
Up next, the property news.
The Young Property Show's signature bus tour is back. If you're looking for a perfect matchmaking platform with ideal options to consider for a dream home or investment, book your seat and interact with like-minded buyers, developers, and get financial insights as well as legal advice from experts on board. The 28th edition of Kenya Homes Expo is here. If you're an organization looking to increase brand awareness, to targeted clientele, generate prospects, and make instant sales, book a stand today at the KICC from 11th to 14th of April. Expect to interact with over 200 real estate developers and agents, industry suppliers, interior design companies, stakeholders in energy sector, as well as financiers at the Lifestyle-Inspired Expo.
The Property News is where we highlight what's happening in the sector. If you're looking to launch a product, groundbreaking and handover ceremonies, just give us a call and we'll be happy to be part of the event. The homeownership front is a constant reminder that getting onto the property ladder is achievable, and many have done it successfully. Today, we continue a conversation we started last week with a tale of a spectator who found her dream home on our signature bus tour. Let's hear more.
Now, one of the major challenges for me was the financing bit, looking for the cash to commit to my monthly payments. Because you see, one of the pluses for off-plan is that you're buying at a discounted cost. So you must be able to keep up with what you commit to pay per month. So you're paying your monthly payment to the developer, and you also have to pay your rent where you're staying. So you're kind of like, straining on both ends to try and make sure that you get a roof over your heads. And then another challenge for me was my children were in school then. So I had to wait for, my son was a candidate then, to finish school so that we could be able to move, so to avoid the shift, because the locations were a bit different. But then I'm grateful because with the new location, there are also very good schools around. So deciding which school to move the kids to after moving was also another big factor, because then I didn't want to have to interrupt their school flow, because they were already settled. And then the third challenge for me also was the timings for the traffic for the different locations with my place of work. I had to wait to move during the holidays so that at least I could to give myself some time to, settle in, and adjust with the new environment so that it doesn't affect any other aspects of my life. The beauty is when I was doing off-plan, I had time to, plan and decide what I wanted. I'd already seen the show house, and I knew what I would need to adjust and the areas that I would need to at least try and spruce it up a bit. So one of the main issues with the house that I was moving in, the kitchen was already well done, so I didn't need to worry about the kitchen. But then at least for the main rooms, I needed to adjust a bit. Now, one of the pointers was the property show, the accessory spots. I used to literally take notes, like when they're showing what are the current trends, what are the emerging themes. I used to take notes, go and visit the shops across town, look at what they have to offer. Then number two also, now I had the plus of having the time to decide what I would need to change. So I incorporated the developer once the house was ready, at least 2 months before we could move in, and get the developer. He actually gave me his fundis, who assisted me in doing the gypsum. They provided the materials. I bought them at discounted prices. I told them exactly what I needed to be changed, and the fundis were more than willing to help. So that was also a plus for me because it was quite some saving. Then for the interior decor in terms of the walls, I decided to go for wallpaper for some sections because of the smoother finish. So that one I engaged an interior designer, General Interiors. They were off Lusaka Road, and they did for me a marvelous job on the wallpaper. And within, I think, about 3 or 4 weeks, the house was ready in terms of interior design. We moved in end of November. As I'd mentioned, we're waiting for the children to, close school and settle in fast. Yes, end of November 2018. It was just marvelous. It's those things you wish you had done earlier if you had the means. There's nothing as good as having your own home. It's very peaceful. The location, it's just wonderful. Most of the neighbors are. I needed a gated community because I have young children, so I needed a place where they would be able to bond with other children. And also we have a lot of young families here. Security is excellent. And it's just been awesome. Looking back, what I would have done differently is I would have started saving much earlier. If you look at what is available in terms of properties, a good home, the budget, you need to have quite a bit of saving if you're going to have, stress-free financing. And then also another thing is, I was moving from an apartment to maisonette, so that the price difference was, for me, it was a shock. I didn't think the gap would be that high. So I had to work extra hard to make sure I fill in the gap in terms of finances. I happen to have had the plus of, getting a good developer who guided me along the way on what I needed to do. So even before I engaged the lawyer, my plus was the developer actually held my hand and assisted me in through the process once I had done the commitment. So that was a good plus for me. My future plans for real estate, definitely I would like to invest in other properties as well for, rental income, because I think once, even with a good career, once you have a good home, I think that is just the starting point of, setting a foundation for whatever it is that you're planning for later on in life. And also even to give, your children a place where they can be able to say, this is our home, this is where we live. It's just amazing. Having mentioned the bus tour and the accessory spot, the property show for anyone who's interested in, settling, whether it's rentals, whether it's getting a plot, whether it's, getting a home, the property show is a place to start. I would advise anyone thinking of getting into real estate, the first thing is do your ground homework, check the locations, before you even start working on the finances. And then to a pointer to anyone out there, it's never too late to start. It's never too late to start. With the little that you have, there's quite a bit out there that you can be able to invest in.
I cannot insist enough the need to work with a trusted developer and professionals in your home ownership journey. And please do your own due diligence and work with a personal lawyer. Potential homeowners are now reaping the benefits of the off-plan buying concept with flexible payment terms. Let's hear more from a soon-to-be homeowner.
Everybody would like to have his or her own home, somewhere that you call, this is mine. And renting, it has not been easy, because each and every month you need to have money to give out to somebody. At first I wanted to have a land and then I started building. But before I started all that, here comes my friend and a brother to me. He came and gave me an idea that he has a project that can help me in future. It was too good to be true, whereby I was like, how can you just give me a land and a house at the same time with this kind of money? So I sat down with my husband, we talked, and we came to a conclusion we can be able to go and see if it can happen in future. It was not easy because at the moment I had only 2 million with me. And it was like the last money I had. Actually, it was like the last money we had, me and my husband. So we were like contemplating, if we give out this money, is it going to deliver, is it going to break us up? But with the help of the Banda homes, it was very flexible for us because They first told us you just put 1.5 and then the rest you can be paying like this, like that. With the groundbreaking, I could not miss it. I was here. Like everything they do, and they want the clients to be here, I've never missed. I've always been here. Even they had a very, it was a party, I think. They had called all of us, and we enjoyed. I could not miss it. One of the advantages of the off-plan houses, you can do whatever you want with your house. You can tell them, I want my bedroom to be like this, I want my kitchen to be like that. And yes, my house, there was a little bit of the changes, and they did it very well the way I wanted them, and I'm happy with the way they have done it. The project, yes, is being handed the end of this March, and I can't wait. I can't wait to have my own home. And my family also is like, they're so overwhelmed with the idea. And we thank God. We thank God because now I can say I'm a owner of my home. Any other person outside there is thinking about the same thing, they can go ahead.
Karibu Banda Homes. Banda builds, Banda delivers. And clearly, off-plan ni true.
I'll finish my journey today with a look at our First Avenue shop, born to cater to the dynamic real estate market demands. Let's get more from First Avenue, your property partner.
I was introduced to Nancy by a mutual friend, and when I met her, she told me about her dream of educating and helping Kenyans understand the processes of buying property, but she wanted to do this on television. So we got together, we talked about how we would do it. In those days we didn't have an office, so we would meet in coffee shops, we would meet in car parking lots, anywhere where we could sit and talk about how we were going to progress this idea. So my initial role was basically to look for developers, to look for experts in the industry, professionals. So I would go and meet the professionals. I would go and meet architects or interior designers, all the professionals in this industry, and try and get them to understand this concept of the show and bring them to the show to be featured, show what their skills are, show their projects, and sell their projects through the show. My first paying client was a developer who had a vision. He knew he needed to advertise his project, and he also wanted to put it in the newspaper. So I met him like 3 times, and by the 3rd time he told me, okay, this is my plan. I'd like it in the newspaper, and I'd like it simultaneously to be on the show. So we had to schedule the shoots and everything to work that way. He had a really good reaction. He did the newspaper, he did the television, and he also did an open day, all around the same time. So the value add was enormous for him. As we continued to do the show, we had a lot of feedback. We received a lot of feedback from viewers as well as developers, asking us, okay, we've seen a property on television. How can we get there? What's the next step? So we thought about it and decided perhaps we should open a property shop where people can come and actually have a place where they can see brochures, speak to somebody, talk about the property, and that would also give us an opportunity to take them to the projects. This would also give the developers extra value. So that's what we did. First Avenue was initiated perhaps maybe 3 or 4 years after the show. So at First Avenue, we provide a wide range of products, such as large tracts of land and plots for sale. We have plots from 350,000 or less if it's outside Nairobi, like say for instance Naivasha or Nanyuki. We also have apartments and single dwelling homes for let and to sale. At First Avenue, we also offer a bus tour where people are able to meet developers and engage with them one-on-one. And also during the bus tour, there are financial and legal advisors. We have other products which add value to the developers, such as activations like groundbreaking ceremonies, open days, handover ceremonies. We attend expos. We also attend conventions and roadshows in the diaspora. So all these things can add value to a developer if they are in partnership with the First Avenue. In the 7 years the property show has been airing, we have changed the segments of the show, which also means that there are inquiries we receive for other things other than properties, such as accessories, furniture, tiling. We also get inquiries about where can I get lighting, carpets, just everything that you need in your home. We have had inquiries on. So we provide advisory services. We advise people who they can talk to if they're looking for an interior designer, where they can buy their roofing material, where they can buy cement, where they can get solar solutions. All these things we can give you advice on. During this 7-year journey, we have met several professionals in this industry. So we have relationships with architects, quantity surveyors, valuers, interior designers, contractors, the whole value chain. We will be able to give you at least one name of one professional. As in any business, there are challenges you will come across along the way. So there may have been a few, but we view them as opportunities to keep improving on service delivery and providing new content for viewers. During these past 7 years, it has been a privilege to be in this space and to be able to meet entrepreneurs and developers who each one has provided something special, something different. It's never the same, and the opportunities are boundless and borderless. So if you're a developer and would like to plan a groundbreaking ceremony, an open day, or a handover ceremony, First Avenue is here to help you. We are your property partner.
When it comes to identifying tomorrow's hotspots, nobody is better placed than the property show. Today, I can confidently say this is a buyer's market, and smart investors take advantage of such opportunities. Just give us a call. We can help you pick a deal you can grab instantly. Let's keep talking on our social media handles. Till next week, as always, there is something for everyone. Kwaheri.